All right guys, hey, we're going to make a few empty bowls today. So let me cover tools. Oh my, so you're gonna have a rib, okay? You're gonna have a fettling knife or a needle tool. You may wanna have a container of water nearby, probably one per table. A sponge will be handy. We're gonna be using a plaster mold. So I have a plaster one here. Plus we're gonna be using some clay. And of course you wanna have a rolling pin, make a slab, and then you'll have either a board or a mat so you keep the tables relatively clean, okay? So how we're gonna start is this. Let me remove all my stuff. We're gonna start by making a slab. There we go. So let me just remove my materials here real quick. What we're going to do very simply is each of you will have about 2 pounds of clay. And you're going to take that ball of clay and we're going to make a slab using a rolling pin. So very simply, take it, have your mat down or your board on the table, take your rolling pin and begin to apply gentle pressure. Just rock this back and forth. As I'm doing this, a couple things you want to be considerate of. Don't get the edges too thin. Okay, we want to make sure that we're maintaining the even thickness. So when I get near the edges, I'm just decreasing the pressure. Thickness wise, we want to go roughly about 1/4 inch thick. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to make a circular bowl. I'm going to start with a circular plaster mold. In order to do that, I'm actually going to trace a pre-made circular form. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to clean this up. So I see I have a little piece of clay right here. I have something right here as well. Okay, so I'm going to begin to clean up the clay and clean edges as well. Okay, so all I'm going to do here really simply is with my water, have a rib nearby. I'm going to try and just get this and just clean this up a bit. Okay, now I'm going to clean the edges. So all I'm simply going to do is take my sponge, gentle pressure, going to come in and just wipe the edges. What this is going to do is going to soften it from a cut edge to a nice gentle round edge. There we go. So now I have my clean slab. It looks pretty good. It's circular shape. Edges are fairly clean as well. Okay. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my mold. So I have my mold here. Okay. So now we're going to very simply, we're going to form the bowl. Carefully lift your slab up. Have your mold handy, and we're going to eyeball and we're going to center the clay over the mold. So I'm just going to go like this, gently press it down, okay? And then what I'm going to do here is just take my hands and I'm going to work the clay down and I'm going to turn it. So I'm going to very gently just take my hands, I'm going to gently press this down and I'm going to turn this, I work the clay around the entire form. I'm feeling pretty good right now. That is around the mold, okay? I see that my finger nicked a little edge right here, okay? So one thing we may want to do if we want to go back into this, I'm going to come back in, I'm going to clean my edge up again. So how do I do that? I can take a sponge, I'm going to take my fettling tool, okay? I'm very simply going to get in here and I'm going to cut a clean edge all the way around. So even that back out, press it back down. I'm pretty happy with that. So let me take my sponge again. Now I'm going to very simply get it back in here and just soften and curve that edge, okay? Let's fast forward a little bit. So there's my bowl. At this point in time, you have options, okay? So one option, and I'm gonna pull one out, okay, is to put feet on it. So I have one here that's been sitting on my mold for a while, okay? And if you notice, if I pull it off, it holds its shape pretty well. That's what it's gonna look like, but it's already naturally flat. I'm going to embellish this one, so I'm going to put a little bit of feet on there. You don't have to do this, but if you would like to do a little embellishments, you can. If I'm good and it holds its shape, which mine is, I have my finished form. However, this one I need to come back in. This is still a cut edge. I need to come back in and clean it. So I'm gonna support the edge, and I'll just sponge that edge smooth.